Hey guys, what is up? I am back with another video, and today we are going to be playing the Los Angeles Angels, or Red 3434. Is going to be a Newhouser versus Newhouser battle today, and I'm really excited. This was a really great game for me and for this guy as well. We learned a lot, played a lot, and it was awesome. So, like usual, stepping up to the plate is Mr. Craig Biggio, and he gets a four-seam fastball and is just super late on it. So now I have Mike Trout. It was a good at-bat, though. 7 pitches already for both of them. Mike Trout gets a little squeaker right through the infield. Outside fastball, a little bit late, but it's all right. So now Mickey Mantle's up with a 1-2 count, 1 out, and Mickey Mantle hits a ball pretty well, but it is going to be caught by the right fielder, and Trout is going to stay at first base and leave Newhouser at 12 pitches. First pitch swinging with Gary Sheffield, and but we are actually not going to first pitch swing. My bad. We're going to check swing and then roll over a ball to third base. He's going to fumble it, but throw it over eventually, and that is going to be the end of the top of the first inning. Now we have Brandon Marsh stepping up to the plate against Hal Newhouser. Lefty on lefty, looking good for me. Hal's breaking stuff is really good. The only reason I never use him anymore is just because he's super hard to control. But 1 pitch, 1 out, and yeah, there we go. It was a nice pitch by Hal, and I really like how the sweeping curve moves to the side as well, and has some pretty good break to get guys to either take it or swing at it when you need that. 2 pitches, 2 outs. Al is being super efficient right now. This is a really good first inning for him. And Willie Stargell's up to the plate. He is always a power threat no matter what side or what handed pitching he is facing. But I go ahead and grab a strike on him. We are going to try to throw a fastball outside, and it's going to be left right over the plate. And this guy was just too late on it, which, okay. And then I threw a changeup low and outside, and he's going to foul that off, even though he was very early on it. I had no idea where his PCI is. Throw a high and inside fastball and get Willie Stargell to fly out, and that is a 1-2-3 inning, just like my inning. Reggie Jackson's up to the plate, and Hal Newhouser is pitching lefty on lefty. And Reggie Jackson hits a ball right through the infield, which was pretty nice. Reggie Jackson has been just an awesome hitter for me, even against lefties. I went 2 for 3 against. I think it was Newhouser again. But anyway, Arenado is going to swing over that slider, and that'll be our first out. Tiny Boomer is going to barely hit that ball, but Newhouser is going to make a strong throw to first to still get him out. Have a runner at second and 2 outs, and Francisco Lindor is up, and man, he takes advantage of a fastball, good squared up. That is perfect PCI placement in my opinion, and that thing was just right to left field. Hal Newhouser's up. It's the pitcher hitting, so it's whatever. He's gonna hit a little weak, very late over to third base, and that is going to be the inning. Arenado comes at first because he pinch hit for Giambi because Hal Newhouser's up, or he's pitching against us, so you always want a righty instead of a lefty. This guy is going to hit one right in the gap, and that is going to be a double, and Mickey Mantle takes ages to throw it. Mickey Mantle's career went south before he freaking threw that ball. It took so long. Didi is going to get a high fastball and just take advantage of it. He is going to abuse that thing over the fence. This guy, though, the red 34-34 guy I played, really cool. That was a great game. It was a great game. I'm not going to spoil the outcome, but it was such a good game, and he was a great opponent. And these games, win or loss, really make you a lot better when you hit. Pitchers duels definitely teach you some about pitching, but your big goal and what separates good players from great players is hitting. That's the biggest factor in this game. Reggie Jackson is going to hit that ball pretty well, but Mickey Mantle is going to get there and catch it. Newhouser has 2 outs in the second inning and 14 pitches, not too shabby. Chipper Jones. Chipper Jones is up at the plate. Going to give him a low fastball, and he is going to roll it over. And Gary Sheffield is going to make a great throw, but it's going to pull him off the bag, and he is going to be safe. But luckily, we have Hal Newhouser up, but he's batting .333 with 1 home run. That's pretty crazy. That's how crazy my opponent was, and my opponent was super cool. No saltiness, no replaying home runs, no pausing. That is what you want to do online. Keep the community. I wouldn't say clean, but just be a good member in the community. Hal Newhouser, I feel like I just hate pitching against him. I hate hitting against him, even though Biggio is gonna hit that perfect ball. Barely out. It was a wall scraper, but it was a good hit. Way to get that PCI up there and turn that into a perfect. And the Mike Trout is going to hit a ball really solid, but his right fielder is going to be right there. But anyway, what I was saying was I really do not like hitting against Hal just because he has such explosive breaking stuff, and his fastballs are fast. Like, he has like 102. I don't know if he has outlier off the top of my head, but definitely seems like it. Mickey Mantle is going to get a hold of this baseball and just jack it out center field, deepest part of the yard, and that is going to give us a 4-2 lead. 0-2 count with Gary Sheffield, and he is going to get a high fastball, 101 off the bat, and it is going to just be a flyout, a warning track flyout, and that is now 2 down. Reggie Jackson. Again, he's 1 for 1 with that little single up the middle against Hal the inning before, but unfortunately he strikes out swinging on an inside fastball. Brandon Marsh is up against our Hal Newhouser, and again, another gapper double for this guy to lead off the inning. That is super annoying, but it's super effective. If you get a gapper like that, there's a good chance you're going to score. Cy Young comes into the game. I really liked Cy Young, but I do not have him anymore just because he was super accurate. Great play by Sheffield to stop that ball, but of course I had to throw it, and because I threw it, Sheffield was like, yeah, I'm going to give a fan a souvenir, and he barely missed throwing it out of play. And now, since that dumb throwing error, it's going to really hurt us. That is going to be a 2-run single, and he's going to tie it up. 5 pitches, and Cy Young has given up 2 runs. Not so good. The thing about Cy Young I really liked was he was super accurate, but when you did something like that and left a fastball right over the middle of the plate, it would just get demolished, and that is what happened there, and he is going to take a pretty big lead there, 2 runs. Not a big lead, but against somebody who's, has really good pitching, 2 runs is pretty decent. I'm going to go ahead and walk him there. That was not a great pitch. Now Sheffield is going to hit a ball through third and through second. It's not looking too bright here. I'm getting hit around pretty hard. Zach Britton comes into the game. Cy Young didn't even get an out. It was rough. Zach Britton is one of my best relievers. Zach Britton's going to have that low and inside sinker hit. And, man, I was thinking Trout was going to catch that. And, man, he was just being dumb right there. And I don't know why, but he just took, ages to, actually get that in his glove. Bases loaded against a lefty for Chipper. This is really scary right now. I'm just putting that out there. But Chipper is going to fly out to center field. I was thanking God for this. And if you take a look, everybody that was on the bases loaded right there was 71 speed. I don't know why. When I was editing, I was like, hold on. And I saw that. And I was like, dang, that's kind of cool. But anyway, aside from that, Hal is up, giving us a break, the pitcher's spot. Man, Hal's going to lay down a bunt and not almost get there. I mean, it wasn't that close, but it was still too close for comfort because Hal actually has some speed for a pitcher. Zach Britton is going to throw that high fastball, and, man, it just gets demolished. It just gets demolished by Brandon Marsh. He is one of the best, if not the best, Team Infinity card. Now, he has a 6-run lead. That is a huge lead. That is a big boy lead right there that I have no idea if I'm going to be able to get back at this point. And he hits a little corkscrew cue ball, whatever you want to call it, right to first baseman. And that is going to be the inning. Arenado is going to take advantage of that fastball. Hit it 97 miles an hour. Dead center. Beautiful hit. And that's going to get one of the runs back. And I'm like, all right. We're hitting. We can hit this guy. Tiny Boomer's up, dude. Tiny Boomer. I got him this, like, little like, charm or whatever. And it was, like, +8 power and +8 contact. And after that, he's been hitting pretty well for me. That was a great hit by him, but just a fly out to center. Lindor is going to get just a little bit on top of that fastball and hit it right behind him for a foul ball. 0-1 count. He is going to swing over the changeup. He is 0-2, 1 out, and we are down by 5. We need Lindor to get something going here. And he takes advantage of that fastball. Good. And hits a bomb. Dead center. Another one. Now, my opponent was very good. He's very good. I'm just going to put that out there. But that was a really not so good situation for him because he had me 0-2. He had Lindor 0-2. And when you have a batter 0-2 in real life or in MLB The Show, your idea is throw something that is somewhat tempting to swing at, like a high fastball or like something breaking that's in, out, low. And he didn't do that. He gave me a fastball right down the middle. And then he gave me a little slider. And I just took that one deep with Biggio. Second bomb of the game. And now Mike Trout, we're all hitting. Mike Trout, perfect line drive. 107 off the bat. And man, Mike Trout is like a 99, man. I don't know how he is 95. He is so good in the field. He's so good in every aspect of this game. Mickey Mantle is going to get just under 1. Good timing, though. PCI was where it really needed to be. And we got a bunch of runs back, and now he only has a 2-run lead. Britton is going to get a nice little fly out to left field. I love Britton, man. Britton is one of my best relievers. I feel really confident with him, and I would definitely recommend him, even though he's really expensive. But yeah, he's going to throw a ball high and walk that guy. And now Didi is up. Lefty on lefty for Didi. That's a pretty good matchup for me. Jam him and get that double play ball. Bang. No runs allowed. Top of the 5th. And we got Gary Sheffield, the best hitter against left-handed pitching in the game. Pops out to first base. Wow. Who would have guessed? This guy has 66 pitches in top of 5. So, I mean, this was definitely not a pitcher's duel. But anyway, Reggie Jackson is going to be a little bit early on that outside fastball. Slightly rolled, and that's just going to be a fly out to center field. Now, Nolan Arenado's up to the plate. He hit a bomb last time up. He is going to swing at a ball in the dirt, a breaking ball. And, if he was anybody fast, he may have gotten there, but that 31 speed is like he's been eating candy bars in the dugout or something. That was not such a good pitch. Right down the middle. 1-0 fastball and just gets demolished, Gary Sheffield, best hitter against left-handed pitching in this game. And yeah, he definitely showed that against Zach Britton. Bringing in Billy Wagner. Billy Wagner has amazing per-9s against lefties and amazing per-9s, and he's really great against lefties is what I meant to say. As you can see, popping out Mr. Reggie Jackson there. Chipper Jones is up to the plate, and he's going to throw a low breaking ball, which doesn't really break enough, but Arenado is going to make a very nice play at first base and react to that ball. JD Martinez is up, and man, he is going to hit a frozen rope at Mike Trout in left, but that is going to be the 3rd out of the inning. Only 1 run, not hurting too bad. Tiny Boomer's up, he's 0 for 2. He's had some solid contact this game, though, and finally that solid contact will pay off as for a base hit up the middle. Francisco Lindor, 2 for 2. He's had a super great game. Swings over a slider, and that is going to be a pinch hitting Christian Yelich, and he's going to hit a little bloop right over the second baseman for a little 1-out single right there. Now, Craig Biggio, he's been demolishing the ball this game. And man, he just goes back and does it again. Biggio he's had himself a game here. He has been mashing the baseball. That is going to tie up the game, 11-11. And now we got Mr. Mike Trout up, and I was getting a little swing happy looking for that fastball and swing right over the slurve. And now Mickey Mantle is going to hit a little chopper up the middle, and I don't know what that was. I was really confused. I thought that was rolling right past him. But yeah, so I started to go to second, and then I realized, oh, he has it. He just got this weird animation. Gary Sheffield is going to smoke that ball. Just kidding, 30 miles an hour, broken bat. But he manages to get a single. I kind of thought he was going to be out. But that luck is not going to continue because we are going to line out to the shortstop for the third out. But we came back and tied the game. And Brandon Marsh, man, that ball should have been just demolished. Now, my fielders, I don't know what they were doing there. But he's going to get on no outs. And Correa, I believe that was up and just gets jam shot to second base. Now, when I'm pitching, the big thing is that's my weakness right now. My pitching is just sometimes I just get smacked like this game. But I've really been working on just attacking the inside on hitters, and Corey Kluber is really great at that because if it's a righty, he can throw that sinker in, and that just destroys people. It'll do that to them. It'll jam them. It'll make them pop up in the infield, swing and misses, and he throws it pretty hard, so it's hard to make solid contact with. But anyway, we're up to the plate. Nolan Arenado, and man, he just hits a missile off Casey Mize to take the lead. Nolan Arenado has just been hitting fantastic for me and against left-handed pitching, but he doesn't really do that well against right-handed pitching, so that's why I took him out of the lineup in the first place. Tiny Boomer is going to smoke a ball and hit the pitcher right in the freaking foot. But he still gets on. But that was a very good hit by Tiny Boomer. Lindor is going to get jammed on a cutter, and that will be the first out of the inning. I'm going to pinch hit Alberto Mondesi. This card plays way above its stats, even though you see me right here check swinging with it. I am not a great example of how good it is, but that ball was absolutely smoked, and he can hit some home runs and super fast. I love this card. Right there, that was a pretty well squared up ball. I hit that really hard, and that is going to be a double for Alberto Mondesi. It's an awesome hit, great pinch hit. Now Craig Biggio is up to the plate, and he's going to smoke a ball through the infield, and luckily with that 97 speed, there is no chance he's getting thrown out at home, and that is going to give us a 3-run lead, 14-11 against this man's. Mike Trout is going to just demolish a fastball. That was I don't even know. That was just mean what he did to that baseball. But, I mean, that was just a bomb. Trout always hits awesome, and that is going to put us at a 5-run lead. Mantle is going to strike out on a high sinker. And since, this gameplay was recorded, I have really heard a lot of people say only sit on fastball and react to off speed. And, I think there's some truth in that. But if, one of your opponents really develops a pattern and you want to sit on that off speed that he throws a lot, like if he has a big pattern of actually throwing it, I think it's not the worst thing to sit on off speed, even though, you're told not to. And I think first inning, just sit on fastball and wait and try to see that pitch pattern. And if you keep on swinging and missing or getting out on certain pitches, then that is the time to say, okay, I'm going to sit on that and, adjust. Gary Sheffield is going to extend nicely and hit that ball a mile, and that is going to put him within 4. And at this point, I'm not really too worried about it. Reggie Jackson's up to the plate. He's going to swing over that nasty pitch right there, and Tiny Boomer is going to run out and hit him with his glove, tag him with the ball, whatever you want to say. Chipper Jones, he scares me a bit with lefties when I have a lefty pitcher, and That's the reason why he's going to put himself within 3 runs. I'm like, uh-oh, this is not looking too great for me. But I'm still up by 3, so I just got to lock down the lead, and I strike him out on that dot there. That was a great pitch by Chapman. Now Ottavino, I hate hitting against this card. But, yeah, so I went ahead and pinch hit Bellinger for Arenado because, righty, you want that righty-lefty matchup in your favor. Tiny Boomer is going to hit this ball just over the fence. Not really a wall scraper, I wouldn't call it, but it wasn't just an absolute monster home run, but is going to put us, it's going to put him within 4. I kind of made that sound like he hit it, but yeah, it's going to give us a little insurance, I should have said, and he is going to be down by 4 runs once again, which I was pretty happy about. Aroldis Chapman's up, and of course he is going to strike out because he's a closer and he's taken 3 at-bats in his lifetime. I went ahead and switched to Pulse just so, I'm not going to get squared up as much maybe because I just feel like, I was throwing the ball over the middle of the plate a lot with Analog, and clearly with Brandon Marsh, that did not work. Carlos Correa is up to the plate, and he is going to hit that ball really hard, right in the gap. I'm lucky that wasn't a home run. Mantle is not going to have a good animation there, but it doesn't really affect anything anyway. And they're just going to trade places right there, and now he is within 3 again. So I'm like, hey, that Tiny Boomer home run was a big, big help for me. He's going to swing over that with Stargell and get out, which is nice, strike out. Now, I don't even know. I believe that was a creative player, but man, that was just hammered. And that was deepest part of the yard too. And that was just a bomb. Didi scares me against righties, especially like Nen, who can't really control it that well. But he's going to ground out to Gary Sheffield, and that will be the second out of the inning. Now we have Gary Sheffield up, and he is going to turn on an inside fastball and tie the game with that one swing of the bat. That is going to be one last run that he needed, and now we are even. We are even score, and now he has Reggie Jackson up against Rob Nen. That scares me a lot, and Reggie Jackson is going to smack a ball through the infield, and this is just a big rally for him right now. Rob Nen is not doing so well at all. Chipper Jones is up. I feel more comfortable again with him against righties, but clearly he is, he's good against both, as you can see right there, because he is going to whack that ball to left center, and that is going to give him a 2-run lead, which is pretty crazy. He came back by a lot, and now bang, he's going to hit another ball just to the moon. Dead center. That thing was a bomb. That thing was long gone. This guy is easily the best guy I've ever played. I mean, I don't know if you saw earlier in the video, his Hal Newhouser he was hitting .333, and he had 1 home run. So either, usually when a pitcher's hitting .333, like, they've had 3 at-bats or something, and they got a lucky hit. But then you're like, if you see pitchers had a home run, you're like, they've just been, played a million times, and, you just got lucky on that one. Well, he's either had 3 at-bats and has hit a home run with Newhouser, or he's had a bunch of at-bats with Newhouser and kept his average up to .333. So that's how good this guy is. We're going to ground out against Raleigh Fingers. We're going to ground out to the second baseman. I think Raleigh Fingers is honestly the best reliever in the game. I think he's the hardest to hit, even though Trout is going to smoke that ball out. Trout, is the best hitter in the game. I don't know if I'd take him over Mantle. Him and Mantle are very similar. The thing about Mantle is he's a switch hitter. But, Mantle's coming up. He's 2 for 5. He's had a lot of at-bats this game. He's going to smoke a ball through the infield, and that is going to put him hitting .500 for today. Gary Sheffield also 2 for 5. Gary Sheffield is going to smoke a ball as well, but that is going to be warning track power instead of it being out, which sucks. We're down by 2. Got Mike Schmidt up, and he is going to strike me out to win the game. whoever this guy is, Red3434, you were the best guy I've ever played by far, and it was a great game. I learned a lot, and hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. Peace.